Welcome back, and there's more from the India Energy Week. Mansi Madan Tripathy of Shell India spoke to me about the opportunities for the company in India and also its outlook for 2024. Let's listen in. When it comes to India, and because everybody almost seems to be talking about on how India is the fastest growing and the demand is going to go through the roof, explode, etc. What's your sense when you look at your investments and India's growth opportunities?
It's undoubted that India is poised for a lot of growth, and I think as Shell, we are very thankful to the government for all the policy interventions they have made, and also to the larger ecosystem which has supported us along the way, and we have done a good, trajectory from where we were and where we are today. And as we go forward, I think we want to also continuously keep making bets in India and see how we want to grow with the vision which is there in terms of getting to net zero. We do have our own ambitions on net zero, so we are going to combine that together and make it a partnership of working in India for Shell. Yeah.
So how is 2024 looking to you? What are you looking to make in sense of an impactful change here?
So 2024, I think as part of our Capital Market Day, which started with our CEO, one of the big tenets over there is like more value and less emissions. So what we are trying to see is within our portfolio, how we can further high grade our portfolio so that we can create more value for our shareholders, create more value for our communities. So I think that's going to be a very big theme. And then also continuously work on our lesser emission target. So last year we have reduced it by around 1.6%, and we are going to continue with that journey as we move forward.
Are there targets there?
Nothing specifically which I can comment for India, because I think it's a continuously evolving portfolio. But directionally, we want to ensure that every year we are improving as we go along.
So when you look at lubricants business in India as well, how has the growth there been? That's one part of the story. The second also is about the international markets. What are the cues that you're getting in from there?
In APAC, our lubricants business grew about 36% in terms of the profitability, which is, and we grew market share. Globally we are the market leader, so we do have 17 years of being a market leader. In APAC we are also the market leader, so I think it's more important that when you are the market leader, how do we keep growing? And what gives me even more greater sense is that it is not just the value part but the fundamental volume part which is also growing. We grew by 5% on the volume aspect, which is again a combination of our B2B customers who have placed more faith in us and our B2C customers who are also saying, hey, this is a great brand, I want it in my cars, I want it in my bikes, and they're seeing the efficiency and the better performance. So it's basis that fundamental pillars which I feel good about that our growth is dependent on. It's not one-time, interjections.
Absolutely. So when you look at the government policies, measures, subsidies even, a lot of companies have been, praising them. Some have been asking for even more than where it stands right now. As Shell, how do you look at those policies?
Yeah, so I think if you look at the electric vehicle, it wouldn't have been possible if the government hadn't put in the demand aggregation there, the FAME policies, and you can see the impact of it as you go forward in terms of the percentage of electrification which is happening. And I think as we go forward, we want similar initiatives from the government, say when we think of heavy-duty trucks and LNG, which is currently almost not present in India. So if you compare it to China, they have close to 600,000 LNG trucks now, whereas in India it is just at a very nascent stage. So I think we have to kind of keep repeating ourselves so that we can keep growing into new revenue spaces, and also for the government, because this can be a very easy win to get further decarbonization along the way, because it's a direct, if you replace diesel by LNG, that's a direct 30% reduction in the emissions. So it's a very fast and a smart way to keep doing it, and that's where we'll encourage and work with the government and the entire ecosystem to be enabling it.
Okay. Well, one thing is for sure that almost all the top voices seem to be complimenting government on its policies. It's implementation that everybody needs a push on.